Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. It's another Motivational Monday. Yay! So I was going through my bins looking for some Halloween stuff to put in the Halloween journal I'm working on. And I found this little woven heart. And I thought, that is so cute. I haven't done anything like that in my Monday journal, so I think maybe I would like to try doing some paper weaving today. So I found a quote. Actually, I found several, but I think the one I'm going to go with is this one. We are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. I love that. I love that because it talks about making our own. We're the weavers and the woven, so we are the ones who create the life we live. We are the dreamers who create the dream we live in, right? So I love that thought. So I thought, and that would be kind of cool right across from this cool rainbow one. I don't really care for this bright red. Again, it's one of those envelopes. It doesn't have a top on it. We might put something on it next time. But I want to weave, so I want to use some different strips. I pulled some strips of paper out to put on here. And I just kind of pulled a variety of things. I just pulled whatever was the right height. So I didn't kind of pay attention to what color it is or anything else. Some of it's a little heavier. This is cardstock, while some of it's just kind of paper. This looks like something I stamped on the back of, but it's got a design on that side. We can use that one. There's some purple. This is from a book. This is two-sided, so we could choose a side there. This one is from a calendar. Here's a piece of map, again, two-sided, and a piece of scrapbook paper. So I just have all of these things, and where on this one, I did a specific pattern, alternating some wallpaper and some scrapbook paper, and then some painted papers that I used. I don't want to have any pattern on this. I think I just want to kind of put a piece, and down the side, and just kind of do the weaving back and forth in whatever strip I happen to grab. So I am going to cut these, I think in 1-inch strips. These are 1-inch strips. So I think I'm going to cut these in 1-inch strips and then just kind of randomly pick them up to do the weaving. So I will be back once I have cut these down. And then we'll get that down there and we'll figure out, I'm thinking this is gonna have to be written on something else, since this will be too rough to write on. Once we do the weaving, I won't really be able to write on that. So we'll have to maybe do it on a piece of cardstock or something, and glue it on the top of it. But I think it's gonna be really pretty. I think it's gonna be kind of a cool look. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okie dokie, I am back and I have cut up those strips, and some of them are two-sided, so maybe we'll flip some of them over. And I just kind of threw them in a box. I am going to go ahead and use a glue gun for this process, just because I think it's going to be a little bit quicker. I have at times used a glue gun to start, and then just used kind of a glue stick as I went. I have sometimes used a little bit, like a little piece of paper to start the weaving, and then once I got past that, it was okay, and then I flipped it over and put tape on the back, like big pieces of masking tape to hold it all together when I was just doing a separate sheet. But since we have something to attach it to, I think we'll go ahead and attach it. So we'll just pick a piece, and I'm gonna let they're all long enough to go this way, so that's about 11 inches. And it's about 8 inches this way, but I think it will be better to kind of just let them hang out over the edge than to try to, fix them beforehand. Okay, so I'm going to start on top. So I'm just going to start, maybe I like that side better. Actually, I think I do like that side better. Okay, I'm not going to overthink this. And I'm just going to use some little dots. I'm not going to use a lot of glue, and I am going to try to make sure that I can, you know, lift it up and put things under and stuff, because that's kind of how the weaving goes. So we'll start this one on top. Maybe a little closer to the edge there. I don't know, with that white on it, maybe I want something that doesn't have that. Maybe that should go underneath. Okay. So I'm just going to use just tiny little, little bits just to hold it in place, so I don't have to keep worrying about whether or not it's coming up. All right, so this gets lifted up. This is going to go here. So just a little dab of glue there. And then one on top. So, and I think it's easier to do all one direction and then weave in the others. I've seen people work both ways, you know, like one here and then like go ahead and put one in now across and stuff, but I think it's easier to put them all either across the top or down the side, and then go back and weave in whatever else you have. Okay. All right, so just put a little dot of glue there. My ceiling fan is going, so I'm hoping it's not gonna cool the glue too quickly. There we go. And I want them close together. I mean, they don't have to quite be touching. There's a little bit of red there. And, you know, if it's not exactly straight, it's not a big deal. Right? It's okay. It's okay if it's not quite straight. That one's a little rough. This way? This way. But, you know, and I think some of my cutting probably isn't quite straight. My cutter is rather dull these days. I need to have the blade sharpened. You know, so some of the pieces may not be quite straight, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a junk journal. It's, you know, it's meant to be fun and to be, you know, to be enjoyed. Let's see. Oh, we're going to put that underneath. I should leave that one out because I like that one. Let's see something different that we haven't had yet. Haven't had this one. That's good. So I have a feeling that this might be kind of like drawing. I'm not sure I can talk and do it at the same time. I don't know what it is about drawing things or doing something that I have to watch what I'm doing, but okay, we'll put this one underneath because I wanted to hide that little white spot. And should we hang it out over the edge, or should we leave it? I think that's probably enough. I think that's probably wide enough, right? Okie dokie, let's see. Is there anything we haven't used yet? I didn't even count to see how many different kinds of papers. We've used that one, and that one, and that one, that one. Oh, we haven't used, yeah, we did use that one. That. I just want to make sure I use at least one of everything before maybe I move on. Haven't used that one yet. Got some of those. And there are different numbers, so it's not like it's going to come out even. I would just kind of like to keep it, you know, keep it eclectic here. All right, so I haven't used either of these yet, so let's use those next. All right, so this was underneath, so this is going to start on top. So I'm just going to put Little dot of glue here. I'm going to kind of line this up the top. Okay. And then it's just a matter of over and under. So that one is under above it. So it goes over this, right? So it's over above it. So it goes under here, under. So it goes over. That was over, so it goes under. So basically every other one, right? It's over the top of this one, so it's gonna go under this one. It's under the top of this. So it's gonna go over this. Looks like I got that a little crooked. Not quite straight, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. There's a little bit of a gap here. Let's see. Nope, I don't think I can pull it up and straighten it out. So maybe, oh wait, there we go. Maybe I'll just add a little glue here to hold it a little closer to, straight. Okie doke. And then the next one is over, so it's going to go under. So we'll just start with a little glue. Underneath it goes. Get it straight if I can. Right? Not overly concerned if it's not straight, but you know, if it's kind of straight, it would be nice. So everything that went over the last one goes under this one. So it was over here, under here. Right? I think this is going to be kind of cool. I think it's going to make a pretty cool page. So maybe it's a good idea just to add a little dot of glue as we finish the rows. That will make it easier to cut later. It'll keep it straight. We can cut the edge. Now, yeah. Okay, this is gonna be fun, I think. I like it. I like it. Okay, so, oh, this is two-sided, so we can use the other side of this one. Yep. And this does take, I mean, it's a little time, but I think, you know, it's something different. And it's not difficult. It's just a little time consuming, you know, and it can be a little fussy, but I think it's kind of worth it. I don't think it's any worse than, you know, if you do a lot of doodling, you know how long that can take. That can take a lot of time to doodle. This took a lot of time to doodle this whole page over here. This is going to take much less time than that did. So, and the truth is, if it starts getting long, which it may be at this point, I will just speed it up, or I will come back when it's done. So, okay, I think our weaving is done here. Let's see, what did I do with my scissors? I left them over there. So, it is a little off kilter at the bottom, but that's okay, I think. Just looks like I got a little glue there. It's all right. So, let's just trim off the excess here. And then if we need to add a little glue under the edges right there, we can do that just to make sure everything stays down, since we're going to be flipping through pages in the book. Don't want anything loose on the edge too much. Right, and then maybe trim it off a little bit this way. Okie dokie, let's see what we got here. It doesn't look too bad. I got it a little wrinkled at the bottom. It's not too bad. Let's see, do we have very much? We kind of glued as we went, so I'm not sure that there's going to be too much here. I need to do a few little pieces. Just a tiny bit, just kind of Do a little surgery here. All right. I think that looks pretty good. So, you know, and if we wanted to cover that, we could definitely do it with some washi tape, or we could just leave it. It's not that big of a deal, I don't think. I did get a little wrinkly at the bottom. I kind of got off kilter a little bit, and it was not quite straight, but you know, I think it'll be okay. All right. We are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. So I think what we need is something solid color that we can write that on and put it in the middle. So I will be right back with something that we can write on, and we'll do a little bit of lettering, and then we'll put it down. Okay, I'm back. I have a few things to choose from. I just went back to my scrap bag to see what else I had maybe that we could use. So there's this, which has a little border on it, which might be kind of nice. That looks kind of cute. We might want to do something black or blue around the border just to make it pop off a little bit. While I was picking these out in the meantime, I was wondering if I should go through and you know, emphasize the crisscross with ink, but I don't think I want to. I think I like the bright kind of color. Kind of is reminiscent of the rainbow over here. I like how it goes together. So, all right, so that's one possibility. I have this, which probably is a little more contrast. So that one maybe is a better choice. I have a piece of coffee dyed notebook paper. That one might be a good choice. I have this nice yellow. That's a nice bright contrast and sunny. I like that one. I think I might like that the best so far. So that one so far is my favorite. I have this, not so much. And then I have some pieces of this, which is just, it's from a book, and it's from a book called Lady Coddington's Pressed Fairy Book. And in the book, I bought it for like $1 at a thrift store, and it was this large book that had some really fun writing type on it. This is like the front of it, and it describes what the book is, but the writing in it, the font is like messy handwriting, which is really cool. And then it has these fairies that have all been squashed. It's really funny. So anyway, I have something that we could cut. You know, we could cut a piece. Let's see, this seems like a good size. So we could cut a piece of this, which has a little bit of color on it, and see how it looks. Just to see. But it's done in watercolors, and these fairies are really funny. They're silly, and it's a really silly book. And it's about this. It's like belongs to a child in the beginning, and the child like squishes the fairies like pressed flowers. so it's kind of fun. So that's pretty. The colors are pretty with that, but I think I really like the contrast of this one. I think this one maybe is the best choice. So, okay. Well, we tried some other ones. Not so much. All right. Okay, so we are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. Let's move this aside and see if I can actually write something today. I wonder if I should do it in a thinner pen first, maybe. Maybe that would be better. Let's see. We are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. I don't know. I'm just going to try to leave a little space here so I can make the letters bigger, maybe. Hopefully, I will be able to fit it without having to go find another piece of yellow cardstock because I've messed it up. We are We can always cut it down, I guess. See, I should have started in the middle and counted it. I always do this. I think I don't need to count it, and then I maybe should. Weavers and the woven. I'm not sure I can get weavers here. We are the weavers. How do you do an and sign? Maybe I don't have to write out and. Is that? That's a music. That's a G clef. That's like a backwards G clef, huh? It's like a backwards G clef. And we could put woven, comma, the dreamers in the dream. We're the weavers and the woven. I have a bad feeling. The dreamers, probably. Maybe we'll try. I'm gonna run out of space. The dreamers and the dream. Okay. That's annoying. I don't even think I have another piece of yellow cardstock. All right. What if, maybe I can make it smaller and mount it on that as an edge. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad at figuring out the spacing. So I need weavers up here. We are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. I really need to get it right. So I may need to write it smaller. Right. Try again. I was leaving a lot of space so I could go back and do some fancy curly Q stuff, but maybe that's not a good idea. You know, I struggle with writing things neatly and in nice lines. I watch people who like do all this stuff and it just fits perfectly every time. They never have any trouble making it fit. I don't know how they do it. They're the weavers. I'm just in awe of people who can just eyeball something and figure out how big the letters have to be and how it's going to fit across. We are the weavers and the woven. This is better. Maybe I've got a piece of yellow I can mount it on as an edge. The dreamers. Should put and we'll put and the dream down here so it's more even, more balanced, and I probably should have left more space between the and dream. Okay, let's get a little bit thicker marker going here. I think I'm gonna have to get a new one. Do I have a new one? I hope so. You know, the tip gets squished right? And these were very inexpensive. They're like Sharpies, but I got them at Dollar Tree, and they were it was even before Dollar Tree went up to $1.25. They were two for $1, right? So, and I bought quite a few of them. And I have used them, and they have been good, but they have not lasted very long. The tips have gotten fibrous really fast, so you get a lot of feathering. So I think they're good if you're only going to use them for a short time. But see, even that one's a little bit doing it. I just have them all in a package. I should really separate out the ones that that are not working well. And maybe it's me. Maybe I push too hard. I don't know. I try not to, but so at least this will be a little easier to read than in the darker. We are the weavers in the woven. I just love this. This is a cool sentiment. It reminds me of when Willy Wonka says, we are the music makers, we are the dreamers of dreams. I think he's quoting somebody else in the book. I think the character's quoting somebody, but I don't know who. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure we looked it up, though, at some point. And I always loved that quote. And my husband, when he was teaching choir, had that quote in vinyl letters on his door. We are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dreams. So, okay, we are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream. So let's see, we can make this maybe, I was going to say we can cut around it, but then it's going to kind of be uneven. We can definitely cut off part of the bottom, though. Right. Just make it a little shorter. Is that straight? Just trying to get a straight line here. That's a little better. We could put a little something over here, maybe. Let's see. Just a little doodle. There we go. That at least fills the space a little bit. Let's see. We could, since I've written on this side is still good, so that's okay. Let's maybe put a line around it. A little frame, just to help it pop off the page a little bit, since it didn't have quite the contrast that the yellow did. But if you make a mistake, we just adapt and move on, right? And the truth is, this isn't, quite right on this side, but the other side is still okay. I can still use it for something. And then once we have this on, I think it's definitely going to need some bling or some kind of some kind of decorations on some of those spots. See, that looks nice. Even it's not what I had. It's not what I thought we were gonna do, but that happens to me frequently. The best laid plans of mice and men. Right? That still looks good. I like that. I like that. So we'll put that down, and then I think we just need to maybe find some little embellishments. I don't know, some jewels or pearls or something to dot around on some of them. What do you guys think? I'm thinking that might be a good idea. So I'm just going to kind of pop this down, not too close to the edges. There we go. And I'm just going to go in and clean up the edges here. Just get the corners good and stuck. Right. Okay, I'm liking the way that looks. So let me grab some jewels, or I'm not sure what. I'm sure I've got something, buttons, jewels, I don't know. And then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I picked up, I thought since we didn't get to use the yellow paper, maybe some pops of yellow would be good. So I have some different little flowers. Now I did kind of mess up that one there, so I do want to do that. I was thinking we just have a couple little flowers. I have a little heart we could put kind of there maybe. I have this one, which is an iron-on patch. These are just little puffy, puffy kind of things. Maybe one there and one over here, like that. This is a puzzle piece I made. I used hot glue and a coin and made faux wax seals, and I put a little puzzle piece in it. So I had some yellow dye in there, and then puzzle piece. So I've got that one. This one has a stamp in it. I don't know about those. I have these, which are little flowers that I made out of salt dough and then covered with napkins. So I'm not sure. I'm liking these. I've got a couple of stamps, that we could just kind of randomly put places. Put that up here maybe, down here. Yeah, I like this up here. And then of course I have jewels, because it would not be complete without jewels. So let's see. Do we like these things just kind of scattered around, just something interesting on it, All kinds of things get woven into our tapestry, right? Definitely like the flowers here, so I'm happy with those, I think. Not sure about the stamps. I like the little heart and the flowers. Do that one. Although I don't know, the stamps might be, places we've been, things we've done, right? They're stamps I made that I put a little image on a book page, and then I mounted that on cardstock, just used some decal edge scissors, and then I just stamped it with a rubber stamp. So let's see. That's my phone ringing. I'm trying to decide whether I need to answer it. Depends on who it is. So it's my daughter, so I will be right back, guys. So sorry about that, guys. I am back. I did find, I was digging around, I found a couple more little stamps. These are actual stamps that I thought might be cute on the corners of the stamps I've made. So I think that might be a cute little addition there, just to give it something else, just a little something. And I think they're cute. They're little 1-cent actual stamps that I cut off of a letter. So I think that's nice. And then bling. Of course, bling would not be complete without bling. So I like these, that they're a little silver here. So I'm just trying to decide, should we just kind of dot some around in different places? Maybe just trying to like pick some places to go with it, kind of out around here. Maybe another one here, something down here. Got a couple more on my fingers here. We got 4, 5. Maybe just one down here. And then what else? One more up here somewhere. Maybe there. All right. I'm actually liking this. This is really different than any of the other pages we've done, and I think this is super cool. So I think it's pretty much done. I'm really loving all of that paper in the background. It's a good way to use up some scraps and create something different. And I really love the quote, "We are the weavers and the woven, the dreamers and the dream." If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up, give me a like, leave me a comment, share the video. That's always cool. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. If you have, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome one and all. I really appreciate your time and watching my videos. I feel like I'm part of a community doing this. I really like having somebody to talk to during the day. So it's cool. Even though you can't answer back, I feel like I can feel you out there listening. So that's cool. So until next time, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.